Man, I'm not in a good mood. This is Ashton's daily head diary. Sometimes I'm feeling pretty frustrated, and it's a multi-layered frustration. I start to get overly frustrated over things that are, not ideal, but not so uncommon that they warrant reaction or getting mad over. So the layer of frustration is the frustration I have with myself for getting kind of frustrated, which I realize is not a good cycle. I try to manage expectations, keep them pretty low, I think, in general. Some sort of strategy I developed, thinking that the less I expect, the less I'll be disappointed, therefore less frustrated. It kind of probably works to some extent and makes me flexible in a lot of ways, but also doesn't leave a lot of room on the other end for high expectations, also known as like hopes and dreams, positive thinking and attitude. I'm not sure if this daily head diary thing's going to be something where I get into a lot of details about what happened and why I am frustrated. I think I'd rather just kind of be more broad in general, I guess. And sense myself getting to a point of depression, of giving up, and things not being worth the effort, deciding that I don't care so I don't have to do things. And it sort of will result in less effort, less having to do things, but there's really no the positive gain of that or the return on that sort of investment of time and energy. Doesn't net positive. Definitely not in the long run. I thought that yesterday I was doing pretty good. Historically, I get into a pretty bad funk during the times of my father's birthday and time of his death. I felt like last year I did less avoiding and more accepting and letting sort of feelings out, and that helped, I think. This year was kind of a weird place of, I had done some work, I guess, acknowledging it and not just stuffing down feelings. But I don't know that I this year was aware of any feelings in general, let alone about that particular subject. But anyway, I felt like most of the day was fine, and then toward the end, as my energy was less and less, and things, just at the end of the day get more complicated and stressful, I guess, with young kids and regular life stuff. All it took was kind of one minor miscommunication to cause conflict, and no fights or anything, just bad attitudes, I guess, for myself, mostly. I have this thought sometimes about the way my mind works and emotion works. Like, I think my problem is I try to think about my feelings and I don't really come to any conclusions, and that's probably not how feelings work. And so it has this result of thinking I don't have any feelings, which I equate to feeling like I don't have any feelings, which is, obviously not true. I don't think I'm what's the word? Sociopath. I'm incapable of feeling feelings and remorse, and I just wonder if I have put less value on things that are external, and it's incompatible with general culture and society in a lot of ways. And so it's, I don't know. I value being genuine. I don't want to just be going through motions or putting on an act. But I also don't have the time, effort, skill, whatever, to change society or educate individual people in my life about how or why I'm different. It's a lot of work. But this is, I guess, a step, doing these audio journal things, an attempt to figure some of this stuff out, maybe develop better habits and healthier relationships, healthier routines. So we'll see. I have this feeling in the back of my head, thought in the back of my head, that when I just don't feel like doing this, I'm going to give up and that'll be it. So I'm trying to be aware of that in order to combat it, because I think ultimately I do want to give it an honest try and see if anything comes of it. And if it, ultimately helps my mental stress, depression, anxiety, those things often found with ADHD. So that's it for today. March 7th, 2024. See you tomorrow.